Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Enola Holmes 2. And this is the sequel to the surprise big hit for Netflix, starring Millie Bobby Brown as Enola Holmes, the younger sister of Sherlock Holmes. And in this particular film, Enola has done that first case. Now she's off on her own, trying to build up her cred, building up her own detective agency, but here's the problem. Nobody takes her seriously, except a young girl hires her to find her sister, and what opens up is a grand conspiracy of workers' rights violations and sexism and classism all rolled into one with all kinds of conspiracies and layers. And yes, is the plot a little overstuffed? You betcha yeah. But this 2-hour 9-minute film, which is it a little too long? Yeah. But it's so much fun. This film is really carried by energy and personality and charm. And that comes from director Harry Bradbeer, who directed the first film and also with some experience with the show, Fleabag, which you get that kind of like cutaway to the camera kind of vibe with Millie Bobby Brown's Enola Holmes, and I think that does work in these films because she has so much energy. She's very charismatic, and I think Brown is a great lead for this series and really sells it. And luckily, we get a little bit more Henry Cavill this time around as Sherlock Holmes, and at first, I thought it was an odd choice because, Henry Cavill's built like a mountain, which is very odd since, what I imagine Sherlock Holmes being is, Peter Cushing and stuff like that. I know many people will imagine Robert Downey Jr., which also Henry Cavill looked like he ate Robert Downey Jr., but he does perform this role in this distant, kind of stern way that I think works. And, throw in Louis Patridge's character, who may or may not be a love interest for our Enola Holmes, because of course we got to that point. Girls gotta have a boyfriend. So that part, I don't know, didn't really work for me. I did appreciate the antagonistic policeman in this film, including David Thewlis, who is a great addition to this. He is disturbing. He is unnerving. You want somebody to act like a complete creep? Let Thewlis come creeping up in here, and he sure did. And it really works. And I do think this film has some great moments, has some strong themes that it's trying to portray through its bit convoluted plot. But I do think that this brings on a lot of important issues and brings them to light and brings them into this context of this period piece. There's some exciting action. Enola can fight, and we get to see that. Helena Bonham Carter's back as her mother. She has some fun moments along with Susan Wokoma. Adil Akhtar is a nice addition to the supporting cast as this policeman who's, he's trying to do his job, but he's not corrupt, he's not evil, he's not this sinister being like David Thewlis is in this film. And there are some surprises along the way and some interesting choices with some classic characters from the Sherlock Holmes lore, and I'm sure a lot of people will be pissed off, but you know what? Why? I think it's interesting. They do some good ideas, and they make some casting that is particularly interesting moving forward that I'm interested to see them explore in a third Enola Holmes, because let's be real here, you're gonna get it. Millie Bobby Brown is bank, thanks to Stranger Things, and I think this film definitely grows on the first film. It achieves higher than the first film, even with its flaws of being a little convoluted, being a little overlong, spending a bit too much time on this romance that I personally didn't feel 100% committed to and invested in. In general, this is a fun, exciting romp of a film, and go give it some love. Sitting there, right on Netflix. But those are my thoughts on Enola Holmes 2. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.